Hello students, I am Prabhudatta Mishra, lecturer in mining from Government Polytechnic Jaspur. In this video session, we are going to learn one of the stoping method, that is cut and fill stoping method, out of various stoping methods given in the syllabus of 6th semester mining. So students, please be concentrated and let's start with the cut and fill stoping method. Let us start with the introduction. In cut and fill stoping, the ore is excavated by drilling and blasting in horizontal slices, which thickness is not more than 3 meter, starting from the bottom of the stope and advancing upwards. When one slice is excavated, the corresponding volume is filled with waste material before the next slice is attacked. That means, as the name suggests, cut and fill. Here we are cutting the bottom slices from the bottom stope, so that vacant area is filled with the filling materials. So it is a stoping method which is artificially supported, and in this method we are using filling materials of mill tailings, sand, crushed rock, boiler plant ash or slag from smelter plant. This is the introduction part, and we will together describe and learn the total method step by step. Let us start. These are our learning objectives. These are applicability conditions, development, stope preparation, stope working, advantages and disadvantages. Actually, this content can be applied to all stoping methods, so that the entire method can be sequenced properly, and you can write in this sequence in your exam paper, so that you will get good marks. In this content we will learn, after completing this method, you are able to learn the applicability conditions, development, stope preparation, stope working, advantages and disadvantages. These advantages and disadvantages is the summation of all these applicability condition, development, stope preparation, stope working and all that. Actually, when we start a method, we should know where this stoping method is actually applicable to this ore body or not. So that in applicability conditions, we generally determine the orientation of the ore body, the inclination of the ore body, the geological aspect of the ore body, such that the ore body can get extracted or get stored from this method. In development part, actually this development part, after finding the ore body, we start developing. Developing means to get access to the ore body for the further course of action, to get access to the ore body. In this part, what happens, we are studying about the underground metal mining. So the ore body is beneath the surface, so we have to reach from the shaft or incline to the ore body by a series of cross cuts, by horizontal roadways connecting the shafts or inclines to the ore body, such that we can now assess, and further course of action, further course of production can be done from there. And also in development part, when we reach the ore body, we started driving the levels. As we know, there are two main levels. One is upper main level and another one is lower main level. Upper main level follows the strike of the ore body, and at the upper level of the ore body, and at lower level we drive in the strike direction lower main level, and in between the lower level and upper level, if we want to drive, then we drive number of levels, those are known as sub levels. Like this way, the total entire ore body is divided into horizontal slices. Then in that development part, we also drive vertical passages from lower level to upper level or sub levels. Those are known as raises and winches. We will study each part in this method sequentially. Then the stope preparation. In stope preparation, it is actually a method that is done after development and before stope working. In this stope preparation, we are prepared with the filling materials, the support system, the ventilation system, the workers access, the machineries, and all these things to start production. This is actually a phase where we don't start production, but we are fully prepared to get started for the stove working. This phase is actually happens just after development and just before stove working. And in the stove working, we will when we will go to that part of the content, we will know what are the cyclic operations, what are the filling systems. We'll get to know how the loading and how the availability availability of the filling materials, how the loading of the extracted ore is done. And finally, after having this all these contents we have studied, we will finally get what are the advantages and disadvantages of this stoping method. So guys, let us start with the applicability conditions. In applicability conditions, we will learn the certain conditions that method is applicable. That means we have certain geological conditions, we have certain ore grade conditions, we have certain availability of the ore conditions. Let us start. Actually, it is an universal method. Why this is an universal method? We'll later we will know. This the method can be worked with steeply dipping as well as mildly dipping ore body. We have actually two dipping ore bodies, either that may be steeply dipping or that may be mildly dipping. So that is why it is called universal method. And in third point, come to the third point, small to large deposit with irregular ore boundaries can be worked in this method. Here one term is here coming, that irregular ore boundaries. We know if irregular ore boundaries are there, then it may dilute the ore during extraction, it may dilute the ore. But in this method we can also work with irregular ore boundaries. And small to large deposit can be worked, whether it is small or medium or large, we can work in this method. That's why it is called an universal method. Strong to weak hang wall and footwall. As this method of stoping is artificially supported, we completely fill the filling materials. As we have said in the introduction, we have completely filled the filling materials, the vacant area produced by the ore body, and that is occupied by the filling materials. That's why it is applicable to strong and weak hang wall and footwall. That means if the hang wall or footwall get into the stove, before that we have already filled with the fill metal. That's why these filling materials will support the hang wall and footwall. So let us move on to the development part. Before development part, I must say, for all the stoping methods, this development part is the common part. That means when we find the ore body and yes, this is applicable to this method or that method, then we have to develop from the surface. We have to drive the we have to do some ramp, some incline, some shafts, so that the ore body is approached through a shaft or an incline. Then the cross cuts are driven from the shaft at regular interval of 30 to 60 meter depending upon the thickness of the ore body. That I have said earlier, the cross cuts, those are the connection between the shafts or incline to the ore body, and those cross cuts can be more in numbers depending upon the width of the ore body, and the interval between the cross cuts may be 30 to 60 meter depending upon the thickness of the ore body. Then when cross cut touches the ore body, then labels are driven. As I have said earlier, the labels means the upper main label, the lower main label. If the ore body is highly thick, then we can also drive the sub labels. That means the labels now divided the whole ore body into different slices horizontally. And these labels are connected by rages and winches. As you know, these are the underground metal mining terms rages and winches. These are the vertical passages. Those are connecting from the lower level to upper level, lower main level to upper main level. When we drive it from the below lower level to upper level, those are known as rages. And when we drive those vertical passes from the upper main level to lower main level, those are known as winches. So that at first we have divided the whole block horizontally by driving the levels, and in second case we have divided the whole ore block vertically. We have divided vertically by driving rages. The rages and winches are connecting to the lower main level to upper main level, such that the entire ore body is divided into different blocks. Now we can start working from these individual blocks. And the interval distance between two adjacent rages and winches are of 30 to 60 meter, and dimension is actually rectangular in size, and dimension is 1 to 2 meter into 1 to 2 meter cross section. So this is all about development part, and I have as I have said, this development part is common to all the stoping methods. Then let us start with stope preparation. In stope preparation, we actually this is the content, this is the part, this is the operation, you can say. This is done actually before the stope working. Stope working is a cyclic operation that will continue from this first production to the last production, but stope preparation is actually done just before the stope working. In this method, let us see what we have to do. An undercut of the stope is done 5 to 10 meter above the lower main level. As I have said, we have driven the lower main level and we have driven the upper main level. From the lower main level or haulage drift, we have to start a undercut. We have to take a slice of 3 meter. We have to take a slice completely 3 meter. That vacant area is now filled with the filling materials. Then the short rages for manways and ore passes from lower level to undercut is done. I will show you all these things in the next figure. I will show you all these things. Please concentrate on these things, on these slides. Please concentrate. These two rages help in supplying of water and filling materials from upper level to the stope, and also for ventilating purpose. Adequate pumping capacity of pumping capacity to pump out water overflowing from the field stopes. As we are filling hydraulically, that's why we have the excess amount of water we have to pump out from the mines, such that the filling materials will be consolidated and will be packed properly. Let us see the figure. This is the line diagram. This is the actual diagram. This is the figure. You have to draw in the examination. You have to draw, otherwise you cannot understand. And this is the figure showing upper main level, lower main level, rages for ventilation, worker access, backfill access, timber chutes, ore removal. So let us start. This is actually the ore block. Okay, this is the access ramp from which we have driven the crosscut. In the development part, I have said the crosscut. What are the crosscuts? We have driven the crosscut so that we can access the worker as well as the machineries can access from this ramp or incline or shaft to the ore body, such that now we have just reached the ore body, and we have driven the upper main level. This is the upper main level, and this is the lower main level, such that the block is now divided horizontally, and now these are the rages and winches we have driven, and an undercut. Here this is a figure which have already started operating up to this level. Now if we have to start, then this is the ore body. Here it is written ore, here it is written ore, here it is written ore, but here it is written backfill. This portion is actually filled by the filling materials, but from the initial stage, when we have to work from the stope, when we have to work from the lower main level, we have to draw an undercut of 3 to 5 meter. From this, we have to take a slice from this part. If we have to take the slice from this part, we have to drill. First, we have to completely what happened? We have to completely take out by drilling and blasting the ore material, and that vacant area is now filled with the backfill. And that when the ore is extracted and the ore is now loaded here, the load is loaded here, this is known as the timber chute. This is known as timber chute. Actually this is the raise, this is the raise that will go up, that will go up after we are filling. We have to maintain here a gap. I will say how we will maintain this gap. Now here the undercut is drawn. From there we have to take a complete slice of the ore body by drilling and blasting. This is actually, we have to divide this cotton field stoping method in two halves. Simultaneously two halves are working. In first half we have to when the drilling is going on another half, this is one half and this is one half. When the drilling is going in one half, the another half is blasted and the ore is removed through these timber chutes, such that there is plenty availability of ore body for any time, and the rocker shovel and other loading machineries may load and haul to the surface of this up to the surface. Let us see, this is the ore body. Here we have, this is the overhand stoping method. We have started undercut from here, and we have already started stoping from here, stopping from here up to this. We have filled this by the materials, those are used for filling, that I have said earlier. This is the raise from where the backfilling from the surface, from the surface. This is the backfill access. So in the hydraulic transportation, by the hydraulic transportation of the filling materials along with the water, so that the filling materials will get consolidated and will support the both hang wall and long wall. This is the raise for the ventilation and worker access. This is the raise from the ventilation and worker access. As we move on, suppose we have extracted up to this. Now we are extracting this. We are drilling, and we are drilling up to this, and drilling up to this slice and blasting up to this slice, and we have to fill this part. As we have filled up to this part, now we have to fill this part. So to maintain this gap, to maintain these timber chutes, we have to use the wooden planks from all sides, such that the timber chute will maintain from the bottom main level to the top main level until the complete ore block is stopped. Let me show you another 3D model of cotton field stopping. The same thing, that was the line diagram. You can draw it in your exam, and this is the actual model 3D model. When you can see this is the transportation drift, this is the short raises, and this is the undercut or lower main level. This is the undercut. From here the stopping has, the backfilling and stopping has started. The extraction of ore has been started from here. These are all filling materials. The light gray in color are the filling materials. This is the ore body. This is the all intact ore body. This ore body need to be extracted. This is the drilling. This is the one half. Here we are drilling in the one half, and at the other half is here. It is the other half. It is already excavated. It is already extracted. Then the complete. We will complete this slice by simultaneous drilling and blasting. Now this is the raise for filling. Here the pipe have here is the pipe. We can fill the stove by filling materials. As we go on, this ore passes. This is the ore passes. After blasting, the materials are passed from here to here to here. Here these are loaded by the mine cars, and this is the manual. This can be used for the operators, for the workers to go to the lower level, from lower level to upper level to lower level. This is the ramp. This is the development part. Here we have maintained the cross cut to reach to the ore body. This is the development part. This is the development part. This is the transportation drift so that the loaded trucks or cars can be go to the surface. Okay. As I have said, initially standing on the undercut, initially standing on the undercut. This is the undercut. Initially standing on the undercut. The driller drill vertical holes by overhead drilling. Also horizontal short holes can be drilled. In the previous figure we have seen these are the horizontal drill holes. 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 Overhand stoping can also be done. We can choose either way. Driller drills vertical holes by overhand drilling. Also horizontal short holes can be drilled. The total ore block is worked in two halves. When drilling is done in one half, as I have said earlier, the other half is blasted for one round, and the broken ore materials are cleared up from the face. After an advance of every 2 to 3 meters of face, the ore passes are extended upward by planks of woods, and the filling materials are filled on the undercut and cemented, leaving a gap 1.5 to 1.8 meter from the face. As the stope proceeds upwards, timbering and filling proceeds on a cyclic basis. In this way, the entire ore block, I have already shown this all these things in the figure. In this way, the entire block of ore is excavated in two halves in alternate drilling and blasting practice. For drilling, we generally use wagon drill machine, and filling is done by hydraulic transportation of filling material. Haulage is done as I have shown you in the figure. Drilling is done at lower level. Yes, as this is the universal method, this have a number of advantages are there. It is a safe method as the stope is filled with filling materials. There are less chances of the accidents. There are less chances of the roof fall. Selective mining can be done. High grade ore can be extracted, leaving the low grade ore behind in the field. As I have said earlier, flexibility, high degree of extraction, and dilution of ore is less. I have said earlier, it is often used for ore with irregular ore boundaries. I have also described before. Preparation work is not heavy. Ventilation is comfortable as there is a little gap between the face and filling materials. If in primary blasting large boulders are formed, then we can also opt for secondary blasting. As mill tailings are used for the filling the stope, it reduces the disposal problem in the surface. The disadvantage is arrangement for purchasing filling materials and transportation to the stopes involves a sizable cost. Ore production from the stope is discontinuous as the mining has to be interrupted during the filling. Thank you. I hope you have understand the entire stoping method. These are your assignment questions, and these type of questions may come in your examinations. If you have any query, you can WhatsApp me in this number. Thank you.
झीटीए तो माटी आम सामाजिक और पारिवारिक जीवनर मूल कथाटी से माने आगकू गले आगकू जीव संसार आम झील मैंने आ पुओंकठू पछरे नाहांती एबे तो बदली गलानी समय बदली गलानी जुग से झील माननकू आहुरी आगकू नहीं आत्मनिर्भरशील और स्वावलंबी करने ओडिशा सरकार सुदक्षा योजना रे सरकारी आईटीआई माध्यम संपूर्ण मागणारे जोगई देउछंती सबु प्रकार उत्कृष्ट मानर वैषयिक ज्ञान कौशलर तालीम। एबे आम झील रहिबे सबुठु आगरे सबुठु उपरे।
मु सफल मु कुशली मु सुदक्षा।